Supervisor budget meeting for October 14th. I'll stand if you're able for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Let's see, we'll do a quick roll call just so we make sure we get that taken care of. You got that?
Yep. Chairwoman Del Corso.
Here.
Vice Chair Strauss.
I am here.
Supervisor Hartle.
Here.
Supervisor Piper is not present. Supervisor Beth.
All right.
Wonderful.
Excellent, thank you. And opening announcements as usual.
Same thing as always. We're being recorded live on CNET's YouTube channel. There's a link in our agenda for that. We're asking for emails from residents so that we can continue to update our listserv and provide you with new and current information and happenings. And we're always looking for somebody to serve on our committees, boards, authorities. We don't have an authority, but anything that you want to do to help volunteer, however little or much you can provide, every little bit helps. We're always looking for somebody. If you have interest, please give me a call.
All right. Next up is a citizens' comments about anything that's not already on the agenda, which the agenda is the budget. Any citizens' comments for this meeting?
Not for this meeting.
Okay, we'll wait for the next one then. Let's see. The next item is the approval of the agenda, which the item on the agenda is to continue review of our draft 2022 budget. Can I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Second? Second. Thank you, Patty. Any questions, discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Alrighty, let's get to it then. So the last meeting we had, we were able to get through every line item on our draft budget. So if, and unfortunately Bob was not there, so you are here now. If you have any questions, comments,
I have.
Oh, hold
I'm
up,
sorry.
Hold up.
I thought you were done.
Not yet. Anything, oh no, I lost my train of thought,
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. If you've absorbed anything or had any other comments since that meeting. So go ahead, you can start, Bob.
First, my apologies for my absence last week. But I did have a chance to go over the budget. I actually did it today, so it's still pretty fresh on my mind. There were some things that I wanted to actually just have said on the record, I guess you'd say, as far as like some questions and comments. This one I decided not to do. I wanted to go on record and say, and Denise and I talked about this a little bit before the meeting, but as far as the parks budget, we need to ensure that one way or the other, whether it's through an outside program or we just budget for it ourselves, the carousel out here needs to go. It's dangerous. It's broken. It's in bad shape. So I need that to be taken care of. Also, I'd like to see I brought this up last year, I think it was, or maybe it was the year before, but I'd like to see that basketball court over that way be afforded some funds. I mean, I'm not asking for it to become an NBA superstar, but it should be usable. And right now it's not. I've seen kids over there trying to use it, and it's bordering on dangerous itself. It's rusty. It needs to be taken care of.
Quick question, are you suggesting replacing the carousel with another piece of equipment
I
or
am
just
not.
getting rid of it?
It just needs to be
Okay.
taken away.
So that's not really a budget other than the cost
Other
of
than the
getting
cost
rid
of,
it? Okay.
what I had down here was repair or removal, but I would suspect that in today's day, those things are looked at as a tremendous liability, and if you can remove them, it's probably not a bad idea.
May I address that?
Yes, please.
So that is something that I actually looked at too. We are preparing one of our staff members to become certified in park inspections. And we talked to the instructor of that course. It's going to be held December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And after talking to the instructor about it, they would like to use our park as the training park. So the whole class will be coming out here and doing a training course on it. So I know that that's an item that we need to remove based off of the 2015 report that we received from a certified park inspector. I had the road crew put a do not use sign right now because I'd like to keep that there until they use it as a training opportunity, and then we'll work on removal.
kind of the what not to do,
Yeah.
what not to play on anymore.
I'm not exactly sure the extent of what they're doing as far as that training, but is there any way to roll in my basketball court issue into that?
So removal of that's pretty easy. It's
Wait.
just,
Oh, the basketball court.
The
you said.
basketball
yeah.
court.
So removal of that's pretty
Oh,
easy.
sorry.
It's just labored really to
Yeah,
remove it.
sure.
And,
And disposal.
right, which we can do during those riffraff days.
Yes.
Doing something over here is more fund related. I don't have anything projected in the budget to do that this year, but I can look at some of the funds and see if we have some extra or if there's a way we can do anything in-house. If the pavement's uneven, I haven't,
Now, the pavement's fine. I'm not even asking for lines to be painted or anything like that. It's the hoops. It's the
Oh.
backboards.
Well, can we do this?
They're in tough shape. You can walk over there and go, oh. So, but
So maybe just do an assessment on the state of the
Yes.
court and offer a suggestion on what it could take to kind of
yes.
update.
Now, I my only comment to that is that's what we were told the last time I brought this up, and there was no follow through. So I'd like to make sure this time that we do actually do follow up on that. So, but that was for parks. What else did I have? Capital equipment looks good. I love the fact that the balance is a balanced budget, and I will commend you all for that. And then Denise, you explained it to me earlier, but again, for the record, I'd like to ask why there's a $59,000 loss on the state highway liquid fuels fund.
okay. So that is, right now, what we budgeted was for all of the projects to come out of the liquid fuels fund. If we receive the county grant, which we just applied to this week, they will know mid-December. If we get that grant, we will have $64,000, which is already budgeted in the revenue and expense lines of the general fund, which then will come out of the general fund and not come out of the liquid fuels, which will bring that into a positive balance. But if not, it's okay to keep that as a negative balance. I contacted the auditor and just double checked that that would not put us in any type of danger or assessment. And he said, no, liquid fuels is meant to be spent. It's your money to spend for road improvements. So that will not dock us anything.
Great, thank you. I guess that's all I have, other than once again saying that you guys did a great job last week. And sorry I missed it. Next.
Does anyone else have follow-up comments, questions? The one thing that I did think about, and I just spoke with Denise right before this, one thing that we will have to take a look at once we get confirmation on what we can spend from that American, what's it called?
Rescue plan?
Yeah.
Rescue plan funds, because almost $150,000 of this balanced budget is that money. So getting that, we are fortunate to do that, but if we didn't have that, we would be tight again. So just to let you know, like, we have some cushion here this year, but that's not gonna be there.
Yeah.
So this is, it's great getting that money and then figuring out what we can actually spend it on to make sure that we are getting done the things that we need to be done.
Yes, and the interim final rule has been issued. However, there is not a final rule.
Yeah, interim final rule?
Yeah, which
Really?
yes. So sorry, I have something in my eye. So the recommendation from PSATs is to wait until that final rule is out, so that if you commit funds to anything, and it's not an acceptable expenditure, you're not in the position where you have to repay it.
Okay. I would imagine all those funds have to be used.
They have to be committed by 2024.
Oh,
means
that far
the
out.
contracts need
Okay.
to be signed, but they don't have to technically be spent
Yeah.
until 2026 if your contracts are all signed.
Okay, great, that's great.
Yeah, so we do have time.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to caution that, a couple of the items, Bob, just so you know, that we were cautious of is definitely buffered our solicitor legal fees.
Yeah.
Because, Denise and we do have plans to have them do reviews of our zoning, our
Yes.
ordinances, codification. So that is a larger expense for us. A little bit of engineering. I can't remember if that's bumped from last year.
Yes,
Yeah.
because last year we didn't have a road project that we completed. This year we did, plus the in-house projects that we plan on doing for stormwater control, upped our engineering fees a little bit.
And so those were just a couple items that I think we mentioned. I don't think there was anything else really. And then we also brought up, just so you know, to get Chuck involved in the road project planning as well.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. So some equipment replacement plan, facilities maintenance plan, that's not roads related, but equipment related. And I think that was it. So, anyone have anything else related to the budget?
I do not.
Okay. I did want to mention one thing that I just asked Denise to do. We have the budget line items in here for SCLO Library and for the county libraries. And I know we always ask the question about the cost of those. I asked her to find out from the other municipalities how much, I don't know what others pay to the county library system. So we have 3,500, not really sure where that number came from. Is it a donation we just picked? And I was just curious to know, how does that compare to what the other municipalities send to the county library system? So, just so we have some frame of reference for that.
Yeah, for a baseline. So that number, that 3,500 number is not contractual?
No.
So
Really?
it's basically a donation.
It's
Yeah.
a donation, but like Danelle said, I don't know where that started from, and I'm not sure what the other municipalities pay, but we can definitely, donate. But we
Yeah.
can definitely do a little comparison and see where we lie in
I'm just
comparison
Yeah,
to
I
them.
mean, I would not be necessarily interested in reducing that number.
No.
We give an awful lot of money to the SCLO library.
SCLO.
Never say that right. And Dave's brought it up a time or two as well, how, you know, there's just such large disparity between State College Library and
Yeah.
the county library. So I would be in favor of upping that to an extent to be in line with
Yeah.
other municipalities if they are indeed giving more.
I'm also just interested to get a little bit more information, like we get reports from SCLO.
Yeah.
I don't know in the 6 years I've been a supervisor if anyone from the count has been here, or if we even asked them to come and give a report. And I don't know what circulation is. I don't know how many of our residents use their locations in Bellefonte, Phillipsburg. I think
Tyrone, I believe, as well.
Pleasant Gap or somewhere like that. Can't remember.
No, that's right.
Center Hall.
Tyrone's in Blair.
Yeah.
Blair County.
So I do know that they have the bookmobile, and I just got an email that there's going to be some other programs that they're going to be putting out. So again, just don't know how much Half Moon uses it. Maybe it's a lot. We don't know. So I'd love to get a little bit of information about that.
Sure.
Okay. So that's it, I think. Anything else, Denise? So we have how many more meetings? What could we cancel before a public meeting?
So we can cancel all of the additional budget meetings, because my intent is on the 28th to come and ask for advertisement, because I thought that's how long this was going to take.
So we have
We have one.
Monday, the 18th. And the 20th next week. So Monday and
I
Wednesday
didn't have
next.
anything on Monday.
I don't have anything on Monday. I have
Why do I?
Wednesday,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Wednesday the 20th.
So that can go.
Yep, and the 21st.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So we could cancel both of those?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Okay.
Do we need a motion for that?
I think that could just be consensus that
Yeah.
you want to cancel
Okay.
that.
Yeah, we don't need them. We
So-
don't have any
so-
more any more business for it. Okay.
October 20th and October 21st, we
Yep.
are not having.
And so our next regular meeting then would be on the 28th, and that's when your
That's where I intend to come to you for the
public
request to advertise, and then a public draft will go out that there's a comment period for, and then we'll go into adoption
Okay.
later. Like, this is
Pretty
very good.
smooth.
I might be remote on that meeting.
Okay, the 28th?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I think we're good on that.
Seven.
On the 28th.
Yes,
right?
the
Yeah.
28th starts at 7.
Okay, well, if no other comments from the board on the budget, I think we can go ahead and close the meeting.
Yes.
All right, meeting adjourned.